I'm seeing the letter C. Did she pass from cancer? Do we have an aunt who had passed, who had a connection with you, or
Yeah. Yes.
okay,
Yes. There and she was artistic
okay.
and she died of and she passed. Yes.
Something about drinking. Whoever this gentleman is, there's something about drinking here.
Yes. Yes. He used to drink for many years. Yes.
Wrong. What was wrong with his leg? Why is he gimping?
He must have heard it while working. I really don't know what the deal was, but yeah, he had a limp.
The eyes are intense, but the eyes, let me explain. Like, this is my normal gaze. His gaze is more like this.
Yeah. That's my dad. Yeah.
There's something that's not quite right up here. Something that's not quite.
Yep.
Why is he showing
Sure.
me medals? Was he in the army?
Yes, he was in the army.
Was he in Korea?
Yeah, Korean War. Uh-huh.
I feel like he was. He kept the cards close to his chest. That's the sort of person we're dealing with. Wasn't open.
Yes. Right. Right. So was he the one that said that he made it?
Yes, I made it.
And where did he make it to?
Well, to the other side. Like, I'm here. I made it.
Okay. Okay.
In a way, it's like expressed with a sense of relief. I don't think he wanted
Okay.
here. I don't think he wanted to be here with us. I think this is a man who's happier to be on the other side.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You asked me how he
Yeah.
passed. All I'm getting in my head is a picture of this gentleman in a hospital bed or a bed at home or whatever it is, on a bed. And I'm getting like, I'm not seeing people around. I'm seeing like a lonely passing. Whether
Yeah.
that's how I'm feeling. I keep hearing the word respiratory. That's how he passed.
Okay. Where is his body though right now?
I feel that we are in a hospital. Nobody has claimed this gentleman. Has anybody claimed him?
No, but I ended up going to call the ME's office. So maybe I have to call some hospitals and see if I can find him. Have an initial on the hospital.
When I picked up
Okay.
hospital, something about the Blessed Virgin Mary. So either Mary, St. Mary's Hospital, or something with Mary.
Okay. I'll look to see if there's a St. Mary's or maybe there was a St. Mary's and now it's something else. And that sort of makes sense. So I'm going to go and check that out.
I feel like there's a special place where people can be buried when they're not being claimed after a certain time. I feel that he was buried.
Okay. Good help. Thank you.
Sure, he's come here for a good reason, by the way. Um, and it's taken a lot of guts in him to actually come forward, to be able to communicate what he's about to communicate for you. Uh,
Okay.
because I feel this is a time for him to make his peace with you. He's told me, he's showing me the fists like this, Denise, indicating the clashes between you and him.
Yes.
Wasn't a good father. He knows,
No.
wasn't a good father. I hurt them. So it's not only you. I feel he's hurt others as well, whoever it
Yes.
may be. There's a constant conflict within him. And also, he's showing me like the bottle. We're looking through the bottle, and there's a woman on the other side. So I'm trying to think here if he's trying to tell me if there was somebody else as well. He's trying to tell me that there's a woman, an extramarital affair, let's put it this way, an extra person on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think your mom was very intuitive. I think your mom is,
Yeah.
she felt things about him and he was like denying. You also Oh, he's pointing at you. You also could feel
Yeah.
things. Something he regrets wasting time, Denise. That he should,
Yes, he did a lot of that.
yeah, should have connected with you when he had the chance, should have done something about this. Wasted. So there's this ego, pride, and stubbornness. They come in between. So rather than, say to you, Denise, I messed up. Here, give me a hug. I'm really sorry. He'd be like, no, denying
Yeah.
and taking more of a stand and doing all this monkey business, which does nothing but hurt you and alienate you. And this is what he's regretting.
Yep.
Some people believe that they don't deserve more. Some people live a life thinking that I'm damned. Like they punish themselves, that this is it. This is it for me. Don't want any better. And the way he's put this across to me is the first time I've ever heard it in my life. And he said it, no one hates you more than you can hate yourself. So I know that this man carries some sort of regrets. And I feel that they are more profound than just the service in the military. It goes beyond that. Something about himself,
Right.
okay? Something about him hating himself.
No, that makes sense.
What he's trying to tell me here is you trying to reach something into him. It wasn't about just the clashing. It's like you're trying to pinpoint something inside him and you can't actually find it because there's nothing there, because it's not there. Do you see where I'm coming from? And that's what caused you even more frustration.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you call him SOB at one point?
Oh, I'm sure I did. Yeah. He had a temper.
Yeah, I can see that. But you stood up to him. But I want you to understand something. There is love and respect from him now to you for being the way you were with him, without you actually understanding. But to him, that was translated as love because if you didn't care, you wouldn't have flared up the way you did.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm coming from? Because if we don't
Yes.
care, we just, say, whatever, just move on with our lives. But in his case, because you cared, you were reacting this way. And he understands
Yes.
that now. He knows that. He's showing me a little flame. That's one of the things that kept him going, that somebody cared. This is what it's about with him. Hang on, now I understand. The lack of care. Somebody didn't care for him in his younger years. The lack of care. There's a lack of care towards him. Lack of care,
I
lack of,
think that might have been his father
yeah.
because he told me out of the very little stories that I know about him that when his father would come home, he would, as he was walking in the front door, he was running out the back door to avoid him.
You see, this is where I explained earlier. It's not just the war. There's a past to this gentleman here, bless him. Denise,
Yes.
as
Yep.
I said earlier, and I know to trust my heart. I don't pick up something ominous in him. He wasn't a bad guy. It's just that his constitution wasn't right. And towards the end, I
Yeah.
was mentally quite with it. Did he get into public fights, like physical altercations?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Because
Yep.
I'm getting like he's sort of grappling with the policeman, and the policeman is from the back pulling him to the ground. So I'm getting like a
Uh-huh.
physical fights here.
Oh, I'm sure that happened. I can't say for sure, but I'm sure it happened. Yes.
I wouldn't want to cross him. Let's put it this way. Um, there's a smile. I think people are not quite aware that if he's smiling, it's not necessarily because he's necessarily likes you, if you know what I mean. So when he's smiling,
Yeah.
it could mean totally the other way.
Yeah.
He's talking about two sisters. Did he have two sisters, or did you, or are you two girls, two sisters?
He had one sister, and then for me it was just me that was born.
I think this is more on his side of, or on his side of his own family. I think he's talking about his own sister and possibly
Oh,
somebody else there. Was he close to his sister?
no, they didn't talk for many years. And they started talking again. Then they stopped talking.
Hang on a minute. I think I may be reading this wrong. Maybe. So basically, his sister and you share the same sort of thing in common, where that you stopped talking with him. She stopped talking with him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Forgive me, Denise. I have been reading this wrong. The two girls, the two.
There's
Okay. There's no consistency with people. I feel this is a situation that's spread. He's that way inclined with others as well. It's not you only.
Yes.
You can't maintain a consistent relationship with people.
Yes. Yep.
Did he do time?
He was in the county jail for a while, I think, fighting a case.
Yeah. I'm suddenly in a courthouse and I saw a judge, and I'm in a courthouse and I felt like he was in.
Yeah, he went to court enough.
I'm sorry, but the system really failed him. The system shouldn't have been slamming him in jail or anything. This man needed to be analyzed, to be helped. He needed therapy. He needed help. Yeah, he's a train wreck,
Yeah.
but he could have been helped. They didn't help him. I'm seeing like a can of gasoline here, and there's a little fire, and somebody's pouring it over. So it's basically exacerbated the situation. Now I understand why he was relieved to be on this on the other side. Now I understand why
Yeah.
he says, I made it. It's like this is his hell here. This is he wasn't happy here. Yeah.
He created a lot of he created a lot of it.
Now that's where the other thing that he said comes in, where he says no one can hate you more than you hate yourself. He knows this. But
Yeah. That sounds like something, you know, he would probably say, you know?
that's such a sad situation where you're locked in a situation. You're trapped. And damned if you do, damned if you don't. And this is the only way he knows. This is the only thing he does. And unfortunately, he creates these,
Right.
you know, and although he's not happy about them, he can't do anything but do them, but be himself. It's a double
Yeah.
situation here, where you're aware that you're doing wrong, but you can't help you. You can't stop yourself. Can't stop yourself from picking fights, from doing wrong. This is very difficult.
Right. Yeah.
I guess here also he played a part of pulling back from you for the same reason, because he knows that he's not up to the job, not a good father, so he pulled back.
Yeah. Do you think he'll go to heaven?
Denise, uh, things are a bit deeper than just heaven and hell. Okay, in the Bible,
Yeah.
the story is about the shepherd with the lost sheep, the lost lamb, and the shepherd leaves the whole flock and goes looking for the lamb, and that indicates to us that God will not rest until he's got the whole flock. So I don't believe in a hell as such. We desire justice within our hearts. For some people who do a lot of evil, I don't know how that works. But for someone like your dad,
Yeah.
why would he go to hell? This man needs help. If anything, he would be gone to somewhere to get help.
Okay. Which is good.
Definitely, because that's what he needs. I mean, we're talking about love from the other side. Uh, I'm seeing him. I'm seeing tears, and he's making me feel like this is something you wouldn't have seen. So I'm seeing tears from him.
Wow. Okay.
It's something about I'm learning. I'm learning. So the tears, and I'm
Yeah.
learning. Okay. So yeah, it absolutely confirms what I said. He's getting healing. He's getting help on the other side, not being punished. He's making me understand something about you. Now I understand where you're coming from. You want to honor him and bring closure for yourself as well.
Usually when people pass, I'll see them in my dream. And I haven't seen him.
Perhaps, Denise, you might have the opportunity to connect with him after this because you needed to hear a lot of things to confirm things to you.
Yeah.
I feel that uh, permission had to be granted or something had to be attained before a link had to be established. Because after years and years of being cut off and years of having all of this, one cannot just pop into your life and say, "Hi, Denise, how are you?" No, hang on a minute. What happened
Yeah.
in these years? What happened to you being a real father to me and all of this stuff? So I feel that he needed time to be on his own and time before being able to connect with you.
All right.
This meeting here today, this session, was more about him and you. This is what's the important.
Yeah.
Although we have other people in the background, I'm quite sure. But this link was the most important, him coming through.
Yeah.
Your mom-in-law who came through sort of, I think, paved the way for the link to happen.
Yes. No, that makes sense. Great. Thank you so much. And we'll talk soon.